This is Ibrox.
See, just on Walter, right, I'm a huge fan of the guy. Always, I think I speak for the majority of the sport when I say that. What kind of manager was he? Because you hear a lot of people who say, like, oh, he's a great manager, but surely he must have been pretty astute tactically as well to be that successful. You think of days like that, like, see if I'm on a side, we go down to 9 men. I'm trying to count my fingers to say, what even formation do you play? So he's able to think in that high pressured moment and create a situation where we're going to win a game. So how would you define him as a manager?
I think he was an incredible manager, firstly. And the first signs I seen of that was with the Scotland team. So he came in after Betty Vokes, where we were on our arse, to be honest with the team. It was in a real low moment. But absolutely instantly, it got an effect. And I was speaking with Gary Caldwell about it the other week there. And we started just kind of reminiscing a wee bit of what went. And I think I think he had an opportunity to take a game. It might have been in the February International, and he never took a game, but he got us a get-together. I think it was in a hotel down in Manchester somewhere. And we done training, and his first meeting, he just had the group, he had the group in the palm of his hand. And when you've got players in an international setup where everybody's probably playing for the clubs, so everybody, that's why they're getting the chance to come and play for their national team. So everybody fancies themselves to play.
Yeah.
And there's always people that are unhappy if they're not playing. That's just football, club or country. But he just seemed to get over that. Everybody, whether they were playing or not playing, seemed to be buying into what he done. So that man management side, at first time, you never had the wee gripes and the groans that had potentially we had before. And by the way, even after times I've seen it, he just seemed to have this knacky. You know what it was? I think he had an aura, right? He's got an aura about him. And instantly, you say respect's earned, and it is. But he just had this. The players just respected him, and you would never cross him. I remember one trip, I think it was Boydie and Nigel Quasi needed shoes for their suit. So on a Friday afternoon, they had decided the day before the game to go into town, into Cruise or into whatever it is to get a pair of shoes. And Walter had found out about it, and he pulls them up, and he doesn't need to say too many. He just needs to give you a look.
It's there.
He just
the eyebrows.
He pulled them up into the meeting and saying, who's went into town for shoes or fucking whatever, and fucking you like Boyd, he's fucking Quasi sitting ripping, and he's went, Boyd, fucking Quasi, and he's nailed this, and never again. You would never cross him ever again. So he had this respect, he had this aura. So the man management side was always there, but tactically, he was incredible as well. There's to get us from where we were pretty instantly to being at a different level. Like, we went through the rankings under Walter initially, and then when he left, obviously, to go back to Rangers, Alex took over, and he pretty much continued the work as well. And I think we reached as high as 13th in the world over that time. And obviously, we beat France home and away under Alex. It was just a real good time for the national team without actually making it, obviously, to the finals. But so tactically, you can't do that if you're not absolutely nailed on with what you want and able to get. And again, because he had the respect of the team, it was boys just wanted to carry out. The boys wanted to run through a brick wall for him. That was the man management and the tactical side. But a wee thing that he noticed in games, like, so forget the cup final when he's pushing people here, there, and everywhere to get the result. That Old Firm game at Parkhead, the first one, the 4-2.
4-2.
We're in at half-time, and it was 1-1. So at half-time, he's going through, right, this is what we need to do, we can write in it, we can go win this, no problem, we've done well, whatever. And he just says, by the way, boys, Davo, look to the edge of the box. Look to the edge of the box for a corner. Just look to the edge of the box because they're bare. They're bare-assed at the edge of the box. By the way, Davo still needs to hit the pass on the money. Pedro still needs to hit it like an absolute arrow into the corner. But it's just these wee things. He's seen things in games. So whether it be, like you've said, changing positions, changing a wee tweak to a formation, or even a wee nugget just to say, look, keep your eyes out for that. He said that before at half time of the game. He just says, look, if you get a corner, look to the edge of the box. Sure,
so that goal was never worked on or anything like that? That was just him saying at half time?
No, it wasn't worked on. He just said he had noticed it in game, maybe just noticed that they were bare-assed at the edge of the box. We went in, Pedro's free, bang, the rest history, 3-1, game over. So things like that. So he could see things in game, leading into games. He knew how to set the team up to give them the best chance of winning. So again, man management can only take you so far. You need to have that tactical nous to actually get advantages within games. So again, it might be prior to a game working on things, or it might be in game, something like that. But what I would say is we always did have top players.
Yeah.
And when top players are playing together, things seem to happen. But when it mattered most, when you're coming up against top teams in the Champions League, an Old Firm game, or like any of the international games we had, what were we put the work in on the training ground to make sure we were ready and prepped to go and have the best possible chance to win that game?
I'd have thought that had to be the case, given the fact that we were able to get the FA Cup final. Obviously, a large part of that was how we set up. You had to be good at it.
Fire's raging, I'm shaking. You wanna go out? I wanna stay in. Why?